I'm Joe Tessitore alongside my ringside partner Teddy Atlas. Looking forward to all the action today, and we're just about set for it. He's making his way to the ring, and I know you're used to seeing many ring walks where guys are really jacked up. This isn't one of them. He's making his way to the ring right now, and you can just see in his eyes what his intentions are tonight.
Remember, guys, obey my commands at all times. Let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up.
This is a 12-rounder. Here's round number one. Now he ties up there. Great movement to get away from those punches.
Keep your feet moving.
Good return fire that time. Boom, left hand comes home. Big shot. He was standing up to it, but now he goes down for the first time.
One, two, three, four, five, six.
Hard to prepare for a situation like this, but many do. He's been down, now he's got to survive.
So that's where you're wrong. It's not hard to prepare, it's a must to prepare. If you're a trainer, that's what you do in the gym. You teach a guy, if you're in this situation, this is what you do. You grab on, you move your head, you survive.
Good defense, just covering up down low. And now he scores with that left to the body. Oh, he just misses with that headshot. Now hugging on the inside. Good solid right hand he lands there. 90 seconds to go here in this round. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there.
We always see great athletes week in and week out, but Teddy, what sport do you think can produce the best boxers?
Well, believe it or not, basketball, everybody would say football. We saw Too Tall Jones. He got demolished by little guys. We saw Gastineau. He got demolished. We saw Highsmith. He got demolished. A lot of football players haven't done well, but basketball players, they have the physical skill sets where they can make a pretty good fighter. Of course, you have to get a guy that mentally is adjusted.
Oh, and there he lands the right hand well. Able to show you his blocking ability.
Come on, kid, focus.
Accurate shot, straight right hand comes in. Final 10 seconds of round number one. Blocks that belt line well.
Head and body. Head and body.
End of that round. And the knockdown was scored. Now, Teddy,
The fighter who was floored, how do you treat him? Do you go soft on him when he comes back, or do you get right in his face? What's the way to approach it?
You have to know your fighter. You have to know the temperament of your fighter. Some guys, you know, they just kind of crawl up into a ball and they don't come out of it if you get too strong with them. Other guys, they react well to that. So you got to know what he reacts to, first of all. And the most important thing, you have to get information. Why did he get dropped? You had your right hand down, you got hit the hook, get your right hand up. You'll be okay.
He seems fully recovered to me. Here we are, the start of a new round, and a fighter that got tagged hard in the last round seems as fresh as could be.
Well, when you push a fighter, when you push a human being to a dark place, that's when you're going to find out what's bright inside of them, what's great inside of them. And he's responding just that way.
Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Blocks it away. Blocks that punch. Oh, what a hook upstairs. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. He missed with that headshot. Well, supposed to be fighting, but instead he's hugging. Look at the accuracy with that hook upstairs. Able to land another power shot early on here, Teddy. Does he have to worry about trying to keep up this pace?
No, I don't think so. If he keeps at this pace, he's not going to be around to worry.
And you can see he wanted to do that as he holds on there. No, he missed that right. Oh, you see him with the left to the head there?
Do that again. Cover your head, kid.
Wide shots that aren't sharp or targeted. That has been his problem tonight. Well, he's committed to the left hand, and it's paying off here. Clean shot with the right. Just 10 seconds to go here in the second round. There's a straight right hand. Joe and Teddy with you here in between rounds. A round in which, boy, he really just dominated his opponent. Teddy, he's got to think things could be coming to a sensational ending for him when he gets off the stool here.
Well, he's showing that to you right now. I'm looking at him right now, and he's starting to get up. There's a couple seconds left. There's probably 5 seconds left before he has to get up, and he's getting up early. That shows you right what you're talking about. He's chomping at the bit. He's confident.
And round number 3 is underway. He clinches when he gets to the inside. Able to cover up that gut. That just missed. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. Showing you some defense there with the block. To the belt line he goes with a left hand.
Keep working the jab. Good, good. Pace yourself. That's it, just like that. Tired. He's tired. Go, go. He's tired. He's tired.
Comes right back with a shot of his own. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. Not much action as he just ties up.
Keep your hands up.
Back to basics here, as you can see the jab becoming a key instrument for him.
Boxing 101. You have an opponent walking
Keep
in.
moving.
You want to stay on the outside? Use that jab.
Wow, is he defensively sound.
Come on. Uppercut! Uppercut! Don't let him get to you!
Flush right hand to the head. You see him holding on.
Keep doing what you're doing!
Good block. Really frustrating his opponent now, as he's so defensively sound, it doesn't make for an easy target.
No, it doesn't, and it makes for a very frustrating night for his opponent. I see his opponent now, if you notice, he's getting a little tentative. He's afraid to let the punches go because when he misses, he's worried he's going to leave an opening.
And that does it for this round.
You're in control of this fight, but don't get careless out there. Keep boxing smart. You're standing straight up. Move that one. You need to move.
Look, he's beating the shit out of you. He's beating you to the punch every time. You need to cut the ring off. Throw the jab and land it straight, okay? Jab, straight. Don't worry about it.
We talk about it often, but jumping out and taking a lead on the scorecards can be so critical. He's done so in these first 3 rounds thanks to that knockdown.
Yeah, he has, but it can also hurt you because now if he starts laying back and just waiting for that next big punch, guess what? His opponent gets right back into the fight.
Oh, good exchange there.
Nice work! Nice work!
Not the most accurate uppercut you'll see.
Relax, relax. You're doing great! Hook! Hook! Hey! Gotta see that coming! Let's go!
And he just holds on there. There's a good right hand. Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Able to get away from that headshot with the block. And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round.
There you go!
Able to dismiss that body shot. Just missed with that punch. A headshot block.
What's the hook?
That's a big right hand there.
Get out of there!
He's in bad shape. Maybe a punch or two more, and he's on the canvas. Teddy, what does he need to think about now?
Well, one of the things that he can't think about, he'd love to run away. He'd love to get away from what's hurting him. His legs are not solid enough, so he's going to have to find a way to tie up.
Just hugging there. Gets rid of that body. He is damaged badly there. He may hit the floor.
Hey, keep fighting. Let's go.
Gets him with the right hand. Right to the belt line. Fourth round now with its last 10 seconds.
You gotta let your hands go. You have to. You have to be busy. This guy is beating the shit out of you. You have to throw.
It's okay. It's okay. I need you to move this round, all right? Move. Muévate. He's going to come in swinging. He thinks you still hurt, and he's going to look to finish you off.
You don't need that. No, throw that away.
So this round is underway, and what a difference a break makes for him. Look at how fresh he is to start this round after getting hit hard and rocked in that last round.
What a difference a rest makes when the corner knows how to take advantage of that rest. They got water on him, they revived him, they massaged his legs a little bit, gave him some encouragement, good to go.
That shot unable to land.
Focus.
Well, his opponent is opening up and coming forward, so I would think there are some opportunities that exist.
Yeah, I think some counter-punching opportunities. Opportunities not on the front end, but on the back end.
Pace yourself.
And he engages in the clinch.
Keep working the jab. Good, good.
I like that step back right there. Just enough to be out of danger, but still close enough to then land the counterpunch.
Well, that's what happens when you have that kind of experience. You're calm enough to know that range, know where the beginning of the punch and the end of the punch is.
I see it. Let it go.
Off the mark. Halfway into round number 5 here. That punch nowhere close.
Keep pushing. He's tired. He's tired. Hook. Hook. Keep moving. Keep moving.
Able to get rid of that one. Well, earlier you saw what happened to him. He was stunned. He got tagged in this fight. He got hit hard. Now you're seeing the kind of mentality that's going to try to avoid that happening again. But, Teddy, it's not necessarily the kind of mentality that's going to win you a fight.
No, if you're in the corner with him, you know what you tell him, Joe? You tell him, look, you're being tested now. I understand you've been hurt. I understand you're looking to survive right now. But you're being tested for the first time in your life. Do you want to be a champion? Do you want to be special? Special people find a way to get out of this and still offensively go forward.
Yeah, he's got to answer those questions.
Not focus.
Final 10 seconds of this 5th round.
Do that again.
He just missed that shot up top. End of the round, and he's had better rounds in the fight than the one we just saw, but still, it's very much there for the taking.
Yeah, whoever finishes off strongly in the late parts of these rounds, a lot of times, you know, the judges get mesmerized a little bit here, too. You know, it's a real close fight, and you kind of forgot where the separation was, and whoever grabs the last part of the round, That's who you remember.
Let's finish
It's
this.
very important in
Keep
this
going.
kind of
Just
fight.
keep
Finish
going.
up good
Doing great.
at the end of the
Let's
round.
keep working out there, right? Don't save anything. Just let it go. Listen, I want you to pick his jabs.
Back to live action now in what has been a closely contested fight. One of those fights that somebody is still waiting to break through and be a difference maker in. Right back to it upstairs. Good defensive skill.
Hey, hey, let's go.
Well, that was his intention, and that's what he's doing. Not engaging in the fight, but clinching. And there he is scoring with the right hand. He is not in good shape. He could be on the deck at moment. Oh, and there you go. Up off the deck and now in control. He scores a knockdown of his own.
And he turned it around because when his opponent scored the knockdown, he got a little careless, a little lazy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So now the question becomes, after that knockdown, and he has gotten up, how does he survive?
Joe, one of the ways he survives is if he's been taught. Have good habits, have good fundamentals been put there. You're going to find out right now he needs them right now.
Solid straight right hand. I can imagine throughout your career you've been all over a lot of fighters for lack of movement.
Yeah, it's very, very frustrating because you start to wonder, does he want to win the fight? That's what you start to wonder.
Pay him back. Get after him.
Good exchange. He fires back. Took a go of it to the body, but came up empty.
Back to the body.
Working our way towards the bell. Last 10 seconds of the 6th.
Get out of the way from those punches. Move your head.
End of the round is upon us, and we have a fighter in front of us who just looks gassed. He looks tired. Now, Teddy, what can he do to overcome that when this fight starts back up?
Well, first of all, this is where you search into those corners that you're not forced to search. Kind of like when you were a kid and your mother told you to clean your room and go into those little nooks and crannies where you never knew there was dirt. Now you got to start looking into nooks and crannies inside yourself. Places you didn't know were there before. You better find them. You better find them quick.
It has been completely one-sided so far tonight, and he's in control as we start this round. He's got half of the equation figured out. He's throwing a lot of punches, but the more important half of the equation, he's way off the mark.
Yeah, well, you know, you should talk to a golf pro. You know, if you want to hit a golf ball, you want to hit it straight, you wouldn't stand crooked, would you? I mean, your feet would have to stand where you could hit the ball where your feet are pointing. That's the problem. His feet are crooked. They're pointing the wrong way, and his punches are going the wrong way.
Get in there! Get in there! Come on,
And that's what fighters do. Pulls the trigger right away after taking one.
Focus!
At the halfway point of round 7.
Over your head, kid!
And just grabbing onto his opponent.
Keep moving! Keep moving!
He's got that certain something that's a well-acquired skill in this craft of boxing, and that is superb defense, and it's on target tonight.
It is. The old timers would say, you know, that's the hard thing, is to learn defense. You know, the easy part, the fun part is letting your hands go. So he's got the hard part down. Guess what? He's enjoying the fun part right now because of it.
Comes right back at him with a left hand.
Stay away from those!
Coming towards the end of the 7th round, 10 seconds to go. He takes a shot and then commits to giving one right back.
You're letting this get away. Come on now, this is it. You gotta make it a fight now. Listen, you need to mix your punches up. Throw more punches to the body.
This guy can't handle your big shots, kid. He ain't been punched with your kind of power. Let's make sure we make him feel it. I want to see hooks to the body, then hooks to the head, all right? Hook to the body, then to the head.
He's been setting a really good pace here as we start round number 8. Teddy's scorecard, you can see that he's up there. You got to be careful, though, not to come off that gas pedal.
Yeah, because you're right. There's a double-edged sword here. Not only careful because you've been scoring, but just by being aggressive, that is what's been keeping your opponent defensive-minded. So soon.
Big right hand.
Keep moving. Get out of there.
Very nice defensive guard there. And now just wasting away some time with that clinch. Not able to land. Great round now. Oh! And he crashes to the canvas once again. He's gotten up before. What about this time? So now the question becomes, after that knockdown, and he has gotten up, how does he survive?
Joe, this is where instincts kick in. You got to start moving that head automatically right now. You don't want to stay in the middle.
See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head.
Moving enough. Move, muévate.
He's showing very good footwork. He's showing fine defensive movement here. But as for the opponent, how do you solve that?
Well, you got to make believe you're a football player. You got to make believe you're a linebacker in football. You go down the line with that running back. You don't go following him around the place. You make sure you move laterally. That's exactly what he's got to do. He's got to cut that ring down, take space away.
Unload, more punches.
completely missing with that punch. Clock counting down here in round number 8. 10 seconds to go. Boy, some of the old school guys would really appreciate this, wouldn't they, Teddy? Just great upper body movement, so elusive up top.
Yeah, this is an example like they used to say in the old days. He stands right in front of you, and you can't hit him in the backside with a handful of buckshot.
You gotta move out there, right? Move, move, move. Come on, breathe.
All right, breathe, deep breath, get some water.
There you go.
Good. You're okay. Breathe for me. Now listen, you threw a white punch and it caught you. Tighten up your punch.
I got more.
As we start a new round, I pose this question to you. Is there any hope for him? He's been knocked down numerous times today.
Look, there's been great comebacks in this sport. There's always hope. You don't know how deep a man's reserve is inside their soul, inside their mind. But dangerous grounds now to find out.
And he ties up on the inside. Needs to improve that accuracy. Missed with the headshot.
You're doing great!
Protecting his head well with his guard.
Yeah, that's it!
See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. Oh, he is stunned. He could go down. Did you see that? This is going to take some guts to get up from this. Once again, he goes down. Somehow, some way, he's going to continue on here.
And if he's going to stay in this fight, now he's got to avoid his opponent like the Black Plague.
Double up your punches! Left and right, left and right! Beat him to the punch!
He is damaged badly there. He may hit the floor. He gives as well as he takes. You saw it on that exchange.
It's all right. Keep moving.
And now just wasting everybody's time holding on. Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot.
That's what I want to see. Yep, yep.
Final chance, last 10 seconds of round 9.
Come on!
Hard to believe that they can keep up like that. One of those rounds that you just won't forget. Both guys able to land big punches on the other.
Well, in the old days, they'd be snapping one of those capsules under their nose, you know, smelling salt, ammonia capsules. Not allowed anymore. They want to wake them up, get them together. Now you got to dump a little water on them, send them out.
All right, deep breath now. Deep breath. Just relax. Relax. Are you all right?
start of the round, but Teddy, it could be the end of the fight. He's been knocked down numerous times, including the last round.
You're probably right, Joe, but when things are darkest is when you find out what is special inside somebody, where they can go to a place you never expect them to be able to go to. Look at Archie Moore, Yvonne Durrell, years ago. Archie Moore was over 40 years old, in there with a 20-something-year-old Durrell. He was on the floor 3 times in the first round. He found a way to come back and knock him out in the 11th. Is this another one of those nights?
And he's holding.
Move your head. Muévete la cabeza. Back to the body. Punch! Punch!
Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense.
Doing great.
Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. Halfway through round 10.
Focus!
He is not in good shape. He could be on the deck in moments. It's like a light switch just went on. All of a sudden, he's the aggressor now.
Well, it's like your parents came in the room and they put that switch on. His corner, not his parents, told him, get on this guy.
That's it!
Now he ties up there.
Come on, get focused! Hook, hook! Face yourself!
And just like that, things turn around. A back-and-forth round. Both men have been rocked.
This is what boxing's about. This is what battle is about. This is what human spirit is all about.
Stop focusing!
And that's the end of round 10.
Get some water. You good? You all right? Breathe.
All right, deep breath. Get some water. You're good. You're okay. Breathe for me. Now listen. You threw a wide punch, and he caught you. Tighten up your...
I love this kind of fight. I mean, this is exactly what we want to see. Championship rounds. I'm looking at your scorecard. You've got it dead even. This is the kind of fight you wish you get every night.
These are the easy fights to call. I mean, the fans into it. It's electric here. Both guys going at it. You sit back. You don't have to say too much, and you enjoy it.
Throwing a lot of punches here. Now, his opponent is showing very, very good movement. What adjustments can he make to deal with that movement?
Well, Joe, when you're fighting a guy who's smart, who's hard to hit, first of all, you got to shorten those punches up. If they're wide, they have no chance at all. And you got to go to the one place that's not moving. Guess where that is? Downstairs.
Oh, that's a big shot with the left
Hold
hand.
him, damn it! Hold him!
Halfway through this 11th round.
Get in there!
Now hugging on the inside.
Go get him! One, two.
Solid right hand lands. Wow! That was a big shot that floored him, and it's a big shot that may end him right here.
That looked like the great pitcher, Great Maddox, his sinker ball. Boy, it went down quick.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And that does it. Unable to beat the count of 10. A knockout in the books. For the official particulars, we send it up to our ring announcer. That's what you want to see, a guy who can close the show and finish with style. He ends up a knockout victor tonight.
And that's what his trainer wanted. His trainer was even telling him, step it up a little bit, because he knew this was possible, and they got it.
I'm Joe Tessitore for Teddy Atlas saying thanks for being with us and enjoy the rest of your night.